Hi, my name is Jeanne and this is my first video on booktube. Today I'm going to reorganize these shelves because I need a pretty background for my booktube channel. I'm going to move around these books so that it looks pretty, and then at the same time I'm just gonna answer some questions about myself as a reading person. So the first question is, at the questions here, how many books are too many books in a series? I don't like series. I don't like it. I just like a standalone, but my problem is because I like fantasy, and fantasy is kind of known to be a series type of genre. I just don't like the big fantasy series. So I haven't started this, even though I know it's well beloved and I know I'm probably gonna love it, but I don't want to start it because there's 3 books in a series. I started Vicious, right? I read this, loved it, and it's only a duology, so I'm not so afraid of that. So this is fine. More than 3 books is too many books. Let's continue. How do you feel about cliffhangers? If it's only a new duology, I'm fine, because it actually makes me want to pick up the other one right away, and it's fine because I know they're not gonna keep getting me cliffhangers for like 10 books, and actually it's kind of exciting. So yeah. So I feel like this shelf, this one and this one are going to be the ones that are the most in frame when I film. So they need to look good. I don't need cookbooks on my shelves, do I? I'm gonna close these blinds because I'm as white as the Pope's bottom. Is this better? I don't even know. So this is a mess. Question number 3. Hardcover or paperback? For me, the answer is very easy, because it's gonna be hardback. I just love the feeling of them. Like, some people say it's not really comfortable to read with a hardback. I find it amazing because I can open the hardback, I can open it, you know, quite widely, and then I'm not afraid of creasing the spine because you're not gonna see it. But like with a paperback, if I open it too widely, it's just gonna crease, and I don't like the creasing here. So especially sometimes, see, I just opened it and there's a crease now. Don't like it. Don't like it. I know it's practical, I know you can like take it everywhere, but it's just not as nice. Also, I grew up with a paperback. Now that I'm in the UK, I'm obsessed with hardback because it's so common here. So I just discovered a new quality of book and I love it. Also, hardbacks are usually way prettier than paperbacks, and it doesn't always have to be expensive, because I get a lot of my hardbacks also like secondhand. I got this one secondhand. It was like the price of a paperback, so who cares? I love it. Question number 4. Favorite book? It's very hard. Also because I don't have that many books yet, especially as I only started reading again like a year ago or so, and I feel like I haven't found my favorite book of all time. I don't know if it's my favorite book, but it's definitely up there because I'm thinking about it all the time. And it's Piranesi by Susanna Clarke. I cannot find it anymore because it's a mess. Ah! Oh, so look at this cover. It's amazing. But there's a sticker here. I cannot take it off. I cannot take it off. And it's my favorite book. So I don't know what to do with this. And I want to like display it on my shelves, you know, like that. But there's a freaking sticker on it. Also, look at this naked body. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I went into it completely blind, and I think that's the way to do it, because it's quite short and it's so speculative and so mysterious and so weird that I don't think you should know anything about it going in. Only that you're gonna feel lost. You're not gonna understand a lot of things at first, but if you like kind of fantasy, atmospheric, mystery books, this is for you. And I would keep recommending to everyone because it's amazing. And it's so short, so there's not that much commitment. It's a standalone. Read it. Read that. It's amazing. That one, I love it. I read that a month ago. It's magical realism, and I love that. It's elemental magic. It talks about a child that was raised by wolves. And also, this child is not ordinary child. Weird stuff happened around him. Magical stuff happened around him. It's things that we cannot really explain. And so we follow him all his life. We follow him through different people's perspectives. So people that he meets in his life, events that happen, and then all the characters are just so amazing, and it's so heartwarming. You know, everyone talks about, where is that? The House in the Cerulean Sea, which is completely different, but it's very like fairy tale type of book. Yeah, it feels like a Pixar movie, or it feels like it's very heartwarming, it's amazing, it just makes you feel good. This book is very underrated. The characters are so amazing, the relationships, and the wolves, you know? Who doesn't like nature and wolves and people raised by wolves? It's amazing. I found it amazing. Love triangles, yes or no? I'm gonna have to say no, because I don't like romance. I don't read romance. This is one thing you're not gonna see on my channel, is romance. I mean, Twilight. That was my whole life when I was young. But then, I'm not really interested in romance, so I don't care of any love interest and, I don't know, competition over the girl. I hate that. Or like, it's just ridiculous. I don't really care for that. The only romance I would have here would be, you know, Jane Austen. That's romance. But I don't mind it because it's a longing, right? I don't like romance when they get together too quickly. It's not interesting. But Jane Austen, she knows her stuff. So I don't know how I'm gonna organize my shelves, because I don't have that many books, but I still have a lot of books, but I don't think they can fill my whole shelves. Also, my hair is a mess because, well, I woke up like this, okay? And this is my life as a curly person, and sometimes you just have to roll with it. So, romance, triangle, don't care. I don't care. Least favorite book. I don't have a least favorite book, but I guess the most recent book that disappointed me, and I gave it 2 stars, and it's going to be this one, The Maid. I didn't like it at all. It was boring. It's supposed to be a closed door mystery, which I love mysteries and murder mysteries. But that one, I was so disappointed because the mystery is not really a focus in this book. It's more about the characters, which is okay, but that was not what I was expecting. I was expecting a murder mystery, and then we're trying to resolve the case and all of that. And the main character is neurodivergent, which is amazing. I like this representation. But I feel like it was done really poorly. And also because no one really addresses that she's actually neurodivergent. Like, all the characters, they seem completely ignorant. They seem so stupid. I don't want to spoil anything. Also because all the characters are very stereotypical. The portrait of people of color in this book is borderline racist, with really questionable stereotypes about people of color. So for me, it was a fail. It could be controversial because everyone seems to love it. Everyone seems to love it. I don't know why. It was simple, simplistic. Characters were so basic, and the writing was not even that great. A book I'm currently reading. I think I have it somewhere. I'm reading 2 books at the moment. The Guest List by Lucy Foley and A Pinch of Magic by Michelle Harrison. This is a middle grade, very cute, The cover is amazing. And this one is supposed to be a murder mystery or thriller, I'm not sure. I'm about 160 pages in. And so far, I'm not sure. I don't care about any of the characters. I really don't care. So I'm not really engaged with the story because I don't care about any of that. Which is a shame because I think everyone is crazy about this. I'm actually reading this because of Meg. Because that's one of her favorite books. And I trust her taste. But maybe this is gonna be the first one that disappoints me. We'll see. So yeah. Here we are, my shelves. I need to do that. I'm going to put my hardbacks here and here, I think. Oh, no, middle. I'm gonna put them in the middle. And then the rest we'll figure it out. But I want to have my hardbacks together. Maybe it's controversial, maybe people like put them by genre and all of that. But I'm just gonna put them by hardback and paperback. Because they look better together. And that's my opinion. Okay, let's keep going. Next question. A book that I could not finish. That doesn't really happen to me. I always finish my books, I think, but sometimes it just takes me a lot of time to finish a book. But I always finish them. But I guess a book that I almost didn't finish, The Night Circus. Everyone's gonna hate me for that. I'm sorry. I did not enjoy that as much as I thought I would. It was just very slow, extremely slow. There was no plot, which is the whole point. The only thing that kept me going, come on. The only thing that kept me going was the fact that it was very atmospheric, it was very beautiful. Writing is amazing, it's very lyrical, but the story was not really there. So this is a story of the night circus, which is a mysterious thing, because this is a magical circus that keeps popping up in different places in the world, randomly. And then people that enter this circus completely mesmerized by how amazing, magical and mysterious it feels, because it only takes place at night. And then if you wake up the next morning, the circus could be gone and you might never see them again. But damn, I was bored. Sometimes I just wanted things to happen. How much things are you going to describe? Yeah, I know, it's beautiful, it's amazing, but it was a bit repetitive. Like, give me more, give me more. And there's a love story, like as you can see, it's quite, ooh, love story. No, it was a no for me. I don't care about these people. It's a shame, it's a shame. And also because it's a huge book, and I have a big fear of huge books. Like, this book is 500 pages, 500 pages of nothingness. But beautiful thing, but nothing. Gave me nothing. And this is going to be like that. That's pretty, that's pretty. Okay, next question. The last book you recommended to someone. Oh damn, what is it now? Hood Feminism by Mickey Kendall. I recommended that to my book club because I think it's a great place to start the conversation about intersectionality, intersectional feminism. It's just to open your horizons a bit, and if you're not familiar with intersectionality, maybe this is a good place to start, because it's relatively short, you might realize that the way you were practicing feminism might not have been the best way. I'm just going to explain to you that there is more to feminism than what is currently being discussed in the mainstream discourse. So yeah, intersectionality, let's open our eyes on different identities and layers of identities that women actually suffer from all around the world. Yeah, I feel like that's a book for white women, for white feminists, so that they can understand the limitations of their way of practicing feminism. White women sometimes are not the greatest, even if they are feminists. I recommended that to my book club. Next question. The oldest book you've read by publication date. It probably is the Iliad or the Odyssey by Homer. I don't know. Probably is that, because it was supposedly being written in 800 BC. And then the newest book I've read has to be The Maid by νiγhtσby. Let me check. The 4th of January 2022. I think it's the newest book I've read. I bought more new release since then, but I haven't read them yet. Because who reads new releases right away? No one. You just buy them and then you read them a year later. Favorite author? I don't have a favorite author. I don't have a favorite author. I don't know what it means. I have authors that I generally like what they do. For example, I like TJ Klune. I really like what he does. This was a 4 stars, and The House in Cerulean Sea was a 5 star all the way. So maybe this is one of my favorite authors, because I would buy his books, the books that he releases. I'm gonna read them. Maybe Agatha Christie is one of my favorite authors. I started Agatha Christie not a long time ago, and I've only read 3 books so far, 4 books, and I generally enjoy them. It's short, it's fun. So yeah, I like Agatha Christie. I think it's a classic, and I like it. Okay, I'm breaking the rule. There's some paperbacks here with the hardbacks, but I don't have enough hardbacks, so soon it will only be a hardback shelf. Okay, next question. Buying books or borrowing books? I borrow a lot of audiobooks from my library. I borrow books when I'm not sure I'm gonna love them. I'm iffy about them. I'm not borrowing enough books, I think. I love buying books. I go to the charity shop all the time because that books over there, they're like £2. I don't know how to stop myself from buying a book when it's only £2. I buy hardbacks when I know I'm gonna love them. Yeah, when I know it's my jam. Like, for example, I haven't read Ariadne yet from Jennifer Saint, but I know I'm gonna love it because Greek mythology and Greek mythology retelling, I love it. I love it, completely love it. So why would I not buy a book that I know I'm gonna love and I'm gonna keep my whole life, because it's a collection, you know? If I'm not sure about a book, I buy the paperback and then that's fine. A book that I dislike that everyone seems to love, but again, The Night Circus, everyone seems to love this book to death, on booktube especially. I don't know, I don't like it. I give it 3 stars, which is not bad. It may be 2.5 or 2.75. This is not so good. Also, The Maid again, I didn't like it. Oh no, I know! The Silent Patient. I did not like this book at all. It's a thriller and I could see the end very clearly. It was quite kind of obvious, and also the characters, that I didn't care about any of them. They were so uninteresting. The plot was boring. I did not want to know anything about these people, and they kept giving me more detail about their lives. I don't care. That was so boring, and the end was predictable. I'm surprised so many people love it so much, because it was not good. Maybe thrillers are just not my thing. I love mysteries, murder mysteries, but I feel like I like when they're not so contemporary. That's what I don't like about these contemporary books, or like mysteries that are set now. The language is just not nice. It's not pretty. The way they talk, the way sentences are formulated, it's not really attractive to me, because I hear people talking like that everywhere all the time and I don't really care for them. I don't care. I don't like when people swear in books, like fuck or like shit. I don't know. I don't like it. It's not pretty. I don't like it. Okay? I might be controversial here. Bookmarks or dog ear? I would never dog ear my books, because I cherish them too much. Especially if it's a hardback. Who dog ears hardback? You must be mental. Do you? But that's why also I'm reluctant to lend my book to anyone. They might damage it. Don't damage my books. Okay, question number 16. Jeez. 16. A book you can always reread. I don't reread books, at least not yet, but I feel like A House in the Syrian Sea, the kind of book I could reread, because it's so easy to read and it could just lift up your mood really easily. And I think it's like rewatching a favorite movie, or like rewatching a Disney movie, and it feels like that, or like a Pixar movie. But I don't tend to reread books. Who knows? Maybe when I find my all-time favorite, I'll reread all the time. But I haven't found it yet. So, question number 17. Can you read while listening to music? I can. Only if it's like ambient music, like piano or classical music. I usually set up the music depending on the book I'm reading. So, for example, for the Song of Achilles, I was listening to some archaic antiquity-like music. So like I felt like I was there. Music from, I don't know, from the Symposium from Plato, for example. This type of like music. I'll put the name of the artist that I listened to whilst reading this, and it was actually amazing. Next up, one POV or multiple POV. So POV is point of view in a book. If there's too many point of views, I tend to feel lost very quickly. I'm really bad at remembering names. If I change point of view, I want to know whose point of view it is. Can you read a book in one sitting or over multiple sessions? I cannot read a book in one sitting unless it's a very short book. Like this one, obviously, I read in one sitting because it's like 130 pages. But if it's over 200 pages, I cannot read in one sitting. Also because English is not my first language. So it's very hard for me to read for like 4 hours in a row in English. Maybe it could be a challenge. Maybe it could be a challenge, finishing a book in one sitting. So that was the last question. And here are my shelves. So this was my first video. I'm sorry about the light, and you still need to figure that out. Oh yeah, I have lots of plans for this channel. I'm gonna have a feminist book club. I'm going to do fun challenges to decide which books to read. I'm gonna do reading vlogs. I'm gonna do lots of things. So I hope you're gonna stick around. I'll see you soon in the next one. Hi. Hi. I'm too close. Hi. 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 No. Hi. Hi. No. Hi. Hi. Today is my first video on booktube. So, welcome. It's the 20 question book tag. This is a mess. Huh? Oh. Hi. No. No.